Today, we're going hunting. Body cam footage shows Minneapolis cop described out hunting, linking looting and race during the George Floyd protest. Now, y'all telling us something like we don't already know. All right, we'll be right back. This is Keep It P podcast. Stop with the bullshit, okay?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, TZ Vaughn Savage and Jay Lava is in the fucking building with the Keep It P podcast, motherfucker.
Vaughn Savage and Jay Lava on the new podcast. They Keep It P podcast, where they take news, situations, and everyday occurrences and show how one could or could not be keeping it P.
I'm Keep It P. As a matter of fact, Keep It P, but then again, Keep It PG, PE. All right, it's Professor Griff. I'm out of here.
See, Restream's fucking up, see, because it's not letting me put the picture on there like I need to, and I don't like that. I do not like that. Shit need the picture on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Damn, some bullshit here, dog. Alright, y'all, out of the darkness into the light, it is I, Jay Lava, and this is Keep It P podcast. Hold on, let me get on your damn level. There we go, so I can look you square in the eye, bucko. Fucking look,
bucko.
Bucko. Look you square in the eye, bucko. This is Keep It P podcast, where we take the news, situations, and everyday occurrences, and we show how one could have and could not have been a scumbag. I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's the reason we bust down these articles the way we do. You know what I'm saying? Then you worried about Democrats and Republicans as if they're not the same wing on the same bird, flapping, pooping on your damn head.
On your dome. All in your home.
But it gets a little easier when I got the teaser. Jeez. Now give it to him, brother. Give it to him!
Hashtag FTRD. Vaughn Savage Media in the place to be.
Sucker MCs.
Self-love, self-love. That's a beatbox and a b-boy stance. You may have thought that was corny.
You might have.
But what's even more corny is if we let the culture die, y'all.
Let the culture die, y'all. Don't let it.
Put it, boy.
Don't let it die now.
All right. Don't let that die there, boy.
Now, you know, I'm always a firm believer that if you love what you do, then it'll never feel like work. And I gotta say, it never feels like work when I get up in the morning and I come give y'all this news and bust these stories down.
I promise you now.
I be really actually kind of eager to do it, to come chop it up with y'all.
I'm telling you now to get to work in the morning.
I'm telling you. So I would just say, you know, find yourself something you like to do. And do it. Right?
Eager beaver now.
Just find yourself something you like to do, then do it, and try to monetize it. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there to pay you for doing what you're doing. I think the big thing is you just got to keep doing it. And success may not look like how you thought it was going to look when you first started, but if you keep going, you will be successful. Anyway, little words of encouragement. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that share button, and make sure you subscribe too. And when you subscribe, I'm gonna need you to hit that bell for notifications so that you too can be alerted each and every time we go live. So we was talking, well, actually during the pandemic, and when as a matter of fact, y'all can catch these riot videos on the Hot Lava Music TV channel too, because when I started the channel, I was putting up a lot of riot videos, and I was focusing on Minneapolis for sure. And in those videos, you can see a cop going up to that was the AutoZone and busting the window. And it had looked at funny from the beginning. Everybody pointed it out. Later on, it came out that he was a cop. Now they're trying to tell us stuff that like we kind of already knew about what was going on. But let's see what they got to say. An investigation is underway after a commander and lieutenant with the Minneapolis Police Department were recorded on body cameras describing hunting people as suggesting white people do not engage in looting during Black Lives Matter demonstrations at the height of the protest in response to the George Floyd killing last spring. In one video captured 5 days after Floyd's murder, MPD Lieutenant Johnny Murcell allegedly responds to another officer to flank racial justice protesters by implying that only non-white people were responsible for widespread theft and property damage. And the lie detector determined that was a lie.
It definitely was a lie.
Because every fucking video I seen, and they're on my channel, on Lake Street, the first person busting the damn window and the first motherfuckers to run up in the store was all white. Matter of fact, I was getting mad at the niggas like, damn, y'all just gonna let them get in there and get everything? Y'all gonna go in? Y'all just gonna go in after it's done? Y'all goofy as hell.
Like, now y'all go first. Y'all set it all first, and then we'll go in after now.
He said, I got no problem I got no problem with that. I'd love to scatter them, but it's time to fucking put people in jail and just prove the mayor wrong about this white supremacist from out of state, the lieutenant said. Well, seems like you knew what was going on, huh? Seems like you knew all your boys came from Wisconsin, South Dakota, Iowa, came up there to loot in Minneapolis. That's what happened. Thanks for telling us. Thanks for telling us.
They all came from Sturgis, and it was like, yo.
The comments made by Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, although this group probably isn't predominantly white because there's not looting and fire. Okay. Well, but I mean, he was right though. They loot and they set shit on fire. I mean, it don't even have to be a protest. It could just be a hockey game.
Hold on. He said no.
I think
I misunderstood.
That was the mayor saying. That was the mayor saying that about a group of white people.
Oh, okay.
He said it was probably predominantly white because there's although the mayor's group probably is predominantly white because there's no looting and fire. So that's what the
right.
The cop was saying.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Hold on, man.
An off-camera officer responds to the race-based commentary by saying, "They're from Minneapolis, and they're all white." The footage begins Marcel approaching the officers and saying, fuck these media. I think they can go anywhere," another officer said, while the lieutenant appears to complain about the press and mentions that the curfew is in effect. They think they can go do whatever they want. In another clip, early morning hours of May 31st, MPD Commander Bruce Falkins allegedly responds to the officer's comment by saying, "A busy night," by expressing happiness about a shift in enforcement priorities on the prospect of wholesale roundup. "It's nice to hear that we've moved to tonight. It's just, hold on, these motherfuckers can't talk. It's nice to hear that we've moved to tonight. It was just nice to hear we're gonna get some more people," the commander said. "Instead of chasing people around, we're going to hunt. You guys are out hunting people now. It's just a nice change of tempo." "Yep," said the other officer who responds. "Fuck these people," Falcon says. "You have to move on," and the other officers say as somebody laughs, "Move forward." In late May 2020, conversations were released Tuesday and posted online. Of course, they probably try to explain about it. Oh, we didn't
Right.
mean it in that context. We
Or
were
I'm sure some was redacted as well.
no, we were just joking. It's always joking. The story by journalist Dina Winter document additional instances where MPD officers mocked protesters and members of the press and celebrated direct hits of rubber bullets. Mayor Fry office did not respond to repeat requests, blah, blah, blah. The same city official suggested that Minneapolis City Council President Lisa Binder would be inclined to address the matter. We don't care what she says. The mayor has full authority of the police department under our current chapter, and Tuesday afternoon he can act right now and take necessary steps to clear the violent, toxic culture that is not acceptable. The mayor's office is silent on this and therefore complicit. Hold on, who is saying that? Is that Lisa Binder? Is Lisa Binder black or white? Cause I hope she ain't black. Cause you don't speak up on shit. I ain't even heard your name before.
I'm sure I'm just saying the way she talking.
Right. Roughly 2 hours after that, the body cam worn footage from last night in question was released and made public. St. Paul-based attorney Eric Rice, the lawyer, confirmed to Law Crime in the phone interview. The videos were courtroom exhibits from attorneys' recent and successful representation of Jaleel Stallings, an Army veteran who was fired on with rubber bullets by MPD officers in an unmarked van during an altercation with protesters on the night of Monday 30th. Stallings fired warning shots but dropped his weapon after he realized he was shooting at police. Oh. So y'all didn't kill him? Must be palm colored.
Sounds about right.
A jury acquitted Stallings on all charges. Oh, he's definitely white. Definitely. Meanwhile, the Hennepin County attorneys fought an unsuccessful battle to keep those videos from being released. Of course, they didn't want those videos to be released. I mean, listen here. Let's stop real quick and let's talk about what we're talking about. We're talking about the slave. We're talking about the slave patrol here, okay? We're talking about Minnesota racist ass get on horses and corral your ass up after the club cops. Minnesota corral you on horses while spraying mace in the crowds while blocking off streets for you to take the highway directly home cops. We talking about them. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, what I'm talking about is if you live in Minnesota and you go to a club night on a black night, be ready for the horse brigade to be downtown, just like that shit y'all just seen with the Haitians. Oh yeah, okay, she was talking like that. She didn't say nothing about Philando Castillo, I bet.
She remind me of Horseface.
Or Adriana Horseface Cortez.
That's what she reminds me of.
We're talking about slave patrol. We're talking about y'all remember seeing them pictures with the dude hanged and burnt? You know, them old historical pictures of black people being hanged and burnt? Well, that shit happened in Minnesota in Duluth, right? There was a black man.
Real talk.
There was a black man in jail, and a whole mob of white people went and pulled the cops. Let the mob of white people pull this man out of jail, string him up, hang him, cut off various body parts to put in jars and ferment, or put in embalming jars to pass around as family heirloom. So just know that in Minnesota, there's at least, 20, 30, 40 houses with Negro body parts in them in the attic. And yeah, it's serious out here. So just know Minnesota is exactly what it is. So I'm not surprised by the end of this. I was actually only kind of covering the story because I wanted to see what kind of jewels they was going to drop. Basically, the jewel that they dropped is the law enforcement officers was on their little website, 4chan or wherever they be, and they knew people was coming up here from out of state to get busy.
Period.
And they knew it was going to be mostly white people. That's why they
said that.
That's why they responded like they responded, and they let the city burn it down. I would even venture to say that they was in cahoots with some of the business owners as far as to let the violence go down. You know what I'm saying? So they can get their little insurance payments and blah blah blickety bleak. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
On some blah blah bliggity blee side of the game. But I ain't gonna hold you. The last sentence says, "There's an ongoing internal investigation."
Oh, of course.
Looking into these issues, such as MPD is unable to comment. The MPD public information officer told LA Crime in a brief phone interview. So basically, they just told you that the homies is going to investigate the homies, and the homies is going to say the homie didn't do nothing.
And you did just tell us that that's impossible for it to work. You just told us that yesterday, that that's impossible for it to work.
Yeah, I mean, the homies can't investigate the homies, and you think that you're going to get some sort of kind of something out of the homies. Like, nah, like it's going to be Gucci.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be
just
Gucci.
told us that.
Yeah, and so is there any repercussions? Because I heard like 3 different officers involved in this whole deal. Is there gonna?
No.
Well, the community needs to get on that. See, y'all can't.
That's standard procedure.
Y'all can't be letting them slide. Y'all need to get up with your Minneapolis City Council President Lisa Bender, and y'all need to talk to mayoral candidate Kate Kuth, if that is, or Knuth, Kate Kuth, Knuth. Get up with her. If she's trying to be the mayor, y'all need to put that pressure on Minneapolis. Like, oh, this the kind of shit. This the kind of shit you letting ride, and you trying to be a mayor. You need to go on the crusade to defund the police. Is what you need to do. That's what you need to run on. Oh, I forgot those so-called white supremacists, like your neighbors and your co-workers and your teachers and your doctors and all of those. They not really gonna be with that, because you know they also use the slave patrol as protection too, to call on you to get you killed. Remember that. So what does that? So what does that mean? That means people need to police their own community. That means people need to go ahead and get their Second Amendment on and make sure each and every family has a candy bar on deck. And yeah. I mean, yeah.
Some perishables, some agua, generators.
All of that. I mean, listen, we didn't told them 50,000 times. If you don't know right now, then you don't really want to know. And with that being said, 4 words. Go check out the Patreon from yesterday.
Boom.
Go buy a shirt and love, peace with the blessings now, and aloha. And I'm gonna have to let you go on that note now. Take these commercials now. And hold on to them for dear life.
You ain't got the money yet. Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do?
Modulations for the conversation.
I got the PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Chime.
You don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I'm a slave with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit.
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like midnight. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got big balls and a good pipe. One call it it's night. Drake go.
Keeping hula hooping through loopholes, working real shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain die. Hooping through loopholes, working real shit. All of your misconceptions, you thought I would miss my blessings. Serious. All of your misconceptions, you thought I gotta go. Gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking
Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen to Blueprint. Maybe do something stupid. I guess that depends on Q.
Russian cream leaves, Keith, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak when in love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga tap, tryna bring it back. Tryna bring it back. Tryna bring it back.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. 2 steps.
Music TV.